Right behind me is my photocopy machine. Just want to put on a little light. I'm under the umbrella. This gives me light without lighting up the whole house. And behind me is one cat, two cats staring at the photocopy machine. Now, watch what happens. I'm going to see if I can do this again. Print. And photocopy machine. And the other cat is there. Now if I get a little closer, look at my cat. That's all he wants to know is like what's happening in there. I mentioned in my videos, and I'm doing this on my phone because my webcam is not working. Sitting over here, and because I move it so many times, it just rips. So every couple of years, I have to get a new webcam. Anyways, I'm trying to see maybe if it's a driver or something. Somehow last night I got it to click up. Anyways, I'm not really close to you. Not looking good today, but you know what? It's not all about your look. Sometimes we have to close our eyes and just listen. 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 What is the truth? What am I hearing? It's happening in the small world. Imagine how it's happening in the world where you can make big bucks. What do I mean about the small world? Dating. Sometimes you're just on a date, you're with one person. The only thing they can do is take advantage of one. But imagine if somebody can set up 1,000 dates and take advantage of 100. 1 out of 10. If you can take advantage of 100 out of 100,000, 100 out of $1 each every single day of the month is $3,000, $30,000, $300,000 money. Here's a piece of paper that's worthless, but you can go from this shop to this shop and give them money. You get one product, and the company went and took money and gave it to somebody else that made the product that bought it to the shop. Money is the in-between. It's like almost saying the internet is just the in-between between me and the person at the other end. The reason I'm speaking about this is because the cats. The cats. How you doing, buddy? Want to give me a kiss? He doesn't want to give me a kiss. Staring, and they'll just sit there for half an hour. What in the world went on? So now if I want, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to print another sheet. What went on there, buddy? Just a sheet of paper came out. Just a sheet of paper. Communication, an angle of transmission for transition of what has been spoken or said, what has been created and then seen. What am I talking about? Communication. Communication with no one. Communication with yourself. If you have to communicate with something else, someone else, what will it change with the reception of the communication to he, she, or it, the computer system? You're communicating with your computer. You're typing in. You're telling the computer to do something, to go get something for you. Fetch. The dog is gonna fetch. Is the dog a fetch? The dog will fetch the 9 lives of the cat and go all the way around into A, B, C, D, and E, into the heaven's gateway, and come back to I, me, where it all began. I sent it out to the halfway point to the other end of the sun, into the E world, the electronic world, into the delta angle, the E world, the sun, the E world sun. The sun is E-I-E-I-O. And off to work I go, working all the time. What does this all mean? Why am I saying this? You think I made it up? I make nothing up. I took it from what you gave me. 5? Yeah, that's the E letter in the alphabet. And it connects to certain words. It ends with an E. Sometimes it starts with E-Trade. And then when it's a trade, it just makes everything hard. You put the E at the end instead of Timbit, it becomes Timbite. Oh my God. Did I get a verb to an adverb? What an expression. And all because it was part of the English language. Part of languages. Any language. Which language? Because I don't know all the languages in the world. I'm apparently thinking that they're almost all the same and just a twist of difference. Like in Qatar. Not guitar, but if it could be a guitar, then there'd be strings connected to this Qatar. Rat. Rat Queen Angel. Because Q does not come with a U. When we go out to Iran, I didn't run. It was Iraq. Iraq, come up and run. Must be the pool game. So now you've got guitar strings and pool. Automatically, you connect in Iran to the moon. How in the world do you get that? Well, it's pretty simple. 5-string guitar. 9 lives of the cat. What did I say? I somehow used the G letter, the number 7. I used 7 and 5 in that conversation, as well as, yes, the expression of 17, 18, and 19 is because 7 is the whole of the cube. 7 is the whole of the cube. 17, 18, 19 are the unmarked expressions of this cube. And the unmarked expressions of these cube is 9, where every single side has a possibility of having 9 dots. But this one is 2, and this one is 5, and this is 6, and this can be 6. It's a different 6, and 6 is 12. But the real difference of this and this is only 2 and 2, because the center 2 here, there's 2 voided here, and a center 2 here. That's my 22 to life, and that is my cross. And that's an automatic because that's what it says. Well, where's 17, 18, and 19? Here's number, what? That's right. It's the only one where the dot penetrates the center on 2 areas. 77, which is the word for Christ. 77, 7 by 7, 49. That is Uranus. 9 by 4, 36. 6 by 6 equals 36, and that is the woman. And again, back to 66, where they cross over to the heaven and bring the birth. Cross over to the heaven, bring the birth. That happens through the cycle of the moon, or it's an add-on, filtration through the moon and adding it on to us. Just a little add-on. You couldn't do anything to what God created perfect, but you added something on, an extension inside of you. So how did I get Qatar, Q, the 17th letter? Is because this is the only one that'll create 17. This is your 18. This is your 27. 18 and 27. Now, where is 17? Because the total you can have is 17. The maximum of everything, right, is 19. Now, where am I going to get the 19? It's where, now I have to make this up and I don't like it. I can't make this up. How come I can't say 10? Because you need 2 cubes. You need 2 cubes. 2 cubes. Here is your 5 and 4. There's 4 voided spaces and 5 dots. There's 1 dot and 8 voided spaces. 8 is a circle, goes all the way around. All the way around, 8 dots, boom, bang. All the way around, 8 dots. The other side is a 6, 8 and 6, the gateway spirit passing of the E-world. Why? Because location. Look at that. There's a dot in the middle of 4 making that dot. Or all these 4 connect to the dot. If you just make 4 squares, right? 4 squares take up 9 numbers. And where the center number is the crisscrossing online and is located, whoop, my camera fell to the side, and is located right here. See, I'm going to show you that. And there's many ways to do this. And you have 9 numbers. I'm going to see if I can hold my phone like this. You have 9 numbers okay, in which the only way to really create the okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm gonna hold it up in a second and show you. And there's just so much that goes into this. I wish my camera can work. Now what this is over here is the 5 area, okay, actually gets no space at all. It's occupied by the corners of each one of these gets one piece of the center. I'm not going to call this the 9 yet. The only way this becomes a real 9, the 9 lives of the cat, the pound key, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 86, the separation of 57, the gateway, the E-world energy through the gateway. So this one comes in the center. So here's a 4 block, and what does one of these look like? Just give me a second. Just give me a second. If you would create it properly, you would actually be doing this, and this would be your center. So you need a minimum of this size to create that. This is your minimum. But when I do this minimum, I'm going to put this on pause. Now, I started the video. I stopped it for a minute. I'm going to take a little shot of my tea. I'd like to put my phone up. I got this camera. Got to move out of the way. So let me move a few things out of the way. So we're going to get back to this picture over here, and you're seeing it a little backward, and it's so interesting for me because in this area over here, I created 1, 2, 3 areas. And you see the lines, the way they're going down in an angle? The reason they're going down in an angle is because I plugged it. In order to plug it, I can push it up this way, or I can pull it in this way. If I pull it in this way, I create these lines, right? These lines going out. Or I can create straight lines. Straight line, straight line, straight line down to here. Straight line, straight line, straight line down to here. And then all these lines will be on an angle because this point is going to this point. Here I'm measuring square, here I'm measuring on a point, here I'm measuring square. When you measure square, your lines will end up doing this, conversing like this. But they'll converse on an angle, you'll have a chopped world, and you'll be chopping all these areas in half, 45-degree angle. 45-degree angle is only the center of 2 sides. You have to divide your center here. So we'll divide it between 23.4 and 216. Center is 225. Add on 234 to 666. Add on 684 to 216. They both create 90 degrees. One becomes time. The other is telling me about vibration, time and vibration. Obviously, if you vibrate during a certain period of time a certain way, that will be your period time vibration. PTV. 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 Period time vibration. And if I go tuck, 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 my vibration is the tuck. The period of time in intervals and the strength, well, the strength would equal to my vibration, and the intervals will equal to my period of time vibration. And that will consequentially, with the right vibration, go right through your body and speak. It'll speak to something you've never spoken to or thought you spoke to. And if you ever thought you spoke to it, then you're good. Speaking to yourself, talking to the inside of your body, feeding, 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 feeding. Wow, it's almost like I disappear. I disappear from you in the light. What sheds the light? So now let's get back to the relationship over here we were talking. In this scenario, I have 8 around 1 where I built. Let me see how I built it. Okay, I built it. Where am I again? I built it with 1, 2, 3 blocks together like a Tetris piece. 3 blocks, right? I built 1 block in the center. No, I put nothing in the center. I put a 3 here and I put a 3 here. What it created is the center and 2 open positions. My 1 dot and my 2 dot. Where my 1 dot gets 8 that's going around, in which 6 are made up of 2 pieces of 3 and 3, and 1 and 1 pieces are open sectors. So my 1 and my 2 dice, the expression of my 6 dice, where the 1 is the reverse of the 6 because it's a passing of 1. And pending whether I hold it like that or pending whether I hold it like that, in which in that case, it'll turn into the Star of David once I add the wings onto it. That's right. We're building here. How in the world did they create it? Where do we live? Who are we? How are we connected? And why did I start this whole thing off? With the sound of my printer, the vibration of the period of time vibration, and what my animals are, the cats. The cat in the hat. Communication again. Dr. Seuss. How come it all just fits together? Fish upon a wish. Just like it was made perfectly for you to think that way. Because you know what? I wish I can say it any better. Then in a perfect world, of course you're going to think of home. Of course you're going to think of how it was created because you were there. And now you're here. You already knew and you never forgot. You just can't figure it all out. Oh my God. Oh yeah, we had one commercial break for you, but you didn't even know because I haven't uploaded it. You're just going to see the whole thing while I was still trying to figure it out. But that's okay. So many things, so many things, so many things. The center, in which is the circle. And why is it the circle? How are we harmonizing outside equally to the center core? Equals the circle. The diameter of the circle, the one side of the circle of the 180 degrees at a 180 degree arc. What does it mean 180 degree? I need to learn this. Is it 180 from here to here? But how far is it? If I go to here, it's 1 inch. But if I go like that, it's 3 inches. So going around, it's 3 inches. And going across, it's 1 inch. So you're spending 2 more inches going up and around. So now there's a whole calculation. What is the distance in the center between the first inch and the second inch? The center is the half-inch line, which is the E-world, where the E-world spirit plugs in. And I'm not going to break the pen. Maybe I'll make a hole in the pen and put the spirit right in the hole. And then it can come out both ends. One end writes and the other end is a plug. Why is it a plug? So I can push in here, that it pushes up here and pushes out there. As long as it's pushing up there, it'll continue to push down there while I'm pushing in through the hole, and the air will give me an even blend of pressure on the planet. The first way we start the planet is how we feed it. And this will pop out and go woo, 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 or to make a train sign coming out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Continuous pressure where this will be going up and down. But everything will be coming out of here. You got to let the air out of the line. You got to take the air out of your blood. The oil of the human being. Blood and water? Water and gasoline, water and diesel, oil, blood. Why do I talk like that? Because it's the law. Oil, O-I-L-L-O-I. L10. Actually, the L on the computer doesn't know if it's an L or an I, because when I print it never gives me the 2 lines on top. And since it doesn't give me the 2 lines on top, I won't misrepresent it and think it's Roman numeral 1, which could also be the I, but they say it's 1, so it's the A letter, and the first and last letter in the alphabet is now Z and A. Ay. Z. Z-E. I added an A to a Z-E, I got Z-E-A. So I got Zoe. Why do I got Zoe? Because the E world and the A world come together in the O world because the 15th letter is O. 15th letter is O. 1 and 5 go together. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals to 15. That's freaking perfect. That's freaking perfect. I can do so many things. In fact, I can make a straight out of that. 15 times 15 is 225 times 3 is 675. 675, 567 equals to 21. 5 plus 6, 11. No, equals to 18. Sorry. 5 plus 6 plus 7 equals 666. That's your 18. That's your 1 spirit connected to your 8th world, leaving you with 2 empty spaces. Oh my God. With those 2 empty spaces, what can we do? What can we do with the 2 empty spaces? I'm going to try and draw it for you, what we can do with the 2 empty spaces. Let me get over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead And we're going to do that. We added on another 3 space here. See, I added on to, I'm going to just close this here. I'm going to close this one here. This was once my empty space. It was once my empty space here. Now I added this onto it. Now I'm going to put one on top. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of things. I put my 3 area here, my ABC and my ABC. So what's this area over here? If this is ABC and this is ABC, well then we have that empty space here now and we have that empty space here now. So if this is ABC and ABC, we got 3 and 3, plus we created the one here, we now got 7, and that's my 8 and that's my 9. Oh my God, my 8 is not even close to my 9. 3, 6. Should I go 7, 7, 8? Should I just go 3, 3? 3, 3. 3 and 3 is 6, right? So I'm gonna mark that down. 3, 3. That's a total of 6. Okay, you gotta try and keep up with me. I wish I can turn around the camera, and I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna stop this video right here. If you want to see the rest, come back. I'm gonna upload this, and I'm gonna continue on in the conversation because I want to be able to point my camera and show you at the same time. So